President-elect Trump issued another strong warning to Hamas to free the hostages in Gaza. Wendy Griffith has that story and more from the CBN Newsroom. Wendy?
That's right, Gordon. As hostage negotiations continue in Qatar, Mr. Trump's envoy says the pressure is making an impact. CBN News Middle East correspondent Julie Stahl has that story.
President-elect Donald Trump is repeating his warning to Hamas if the terror group doesn't free all the hostages.
If they're not back by the time I get into office, all hell will break out in the Middle East. And it will not be good for Hamas, and it will not be good, frankly, for anyone. All hell will break out.
Trump's Middle East envoy says those threats have given new urgency to negotiations over a hostage deal.
What he said he expects, the red lines he's put out there, that's driving this negotiation.
Trump expressing anger over Hamas's treatment of the hostages.
Beautiful girl where they threw her in the car, pulled her by her ponytail and threw her in the car like she was a sack of potatoes. I said, what happened to her? Sir, she's dead. Like a 19, 20-year-old beautiful girl. They should have never taken her. There should have never been the attack of October 7th.
Witkoff is returning to Doha later this week to keep pushing the process forward.
But I think that we've had some really great progress, and I'm really hopeful that by the inaugural, we'll have some good things to announce.
As the negotiations ramp up, Israeli President Herzog met with an international task force that includes the U.S. to explore new avenues to free the hostages. Israel is taking part and says the only holdup is unreasonable demands by Hamas.
There is a major scar in our nation. If there is a major scar in the face of the earth, it's the issue of the hostages. We want them back home as soon as possible. It's a huge task.
Hamas is the only reason and the only obstacle to the release of hostages, including children, babies, men, women.
Louis Har was one of 4 hostages rescued last February from Gaza. He remembers the winter rains that the current hostages are experiencing now.
We had several blankets on us, and we even felt this penetrating cold in our bones, and it was very, very difficult.
Michael Levy's brother Or is still a hostage. Levy says for the first time he has hope that President Trump will get a deal.
And this time I think the conditions are ripe to actually get to a deal, to a real one.
Julie Stahl, CBN News, Jerusalem.